even if we can't get outside. If we look up the sky, if we close our eyes and feel the earth, if we smell a beautiful flower, we realize that freedom is within us.
الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعدما أماتنا وإليه النشور. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أستغفر
PS, né? Ali na esquina. Eu ia lá, porque eu sou do Partido Socialista, filiada, né? Ali na esquina. Íamos às reuniões e depois íamos comer lá.
Sound itself is important because it's a sign of our identity and it is a feature of a situation. From specific sounds, you are able to understand what is going on in a family, at work. The silence of a patient is just as important as his cries. They are, I am, part of a community that needs to be safe and sound. My desire is to listen to children's voices coming from open schools, parks, streets, neighborhood. We need their point of listening, their voices and their questions, and their solutions too. The sound of the water. The sound I think should be preserved for future generations is the sound of public water as it flows from the water public fountains in Rome, for example. To listen to the magic sound of public water, avoiding its waste and saving our days.
The soundscape of the future, that's a tough question. One thing I'm liking that's happening right now, and I hope will remain, is a lot more street culture. In North America especially, we are usually busy going from home to car to office. We're rarely on the street, we're rarely talking with neighbors. Now, because of social distancing, people are in their homes. They're bored, they're opening their windows, they're chatting over the fence or balcony. We have street life now, so I would love if that remained the same.
From Bucharest, Romania. This pandemic gave most of us that spare time and the unique chance to reflect. By hearing how our environment sounds and pulsates without our interference, we should become fully aware of this relationship and start taking care of it a lot more. Even though each sound tells a story, too many loud overlapping stories cancel each other, becoming eventually deafening. This is where I believe the key to sustainability is.
I would describe the mutual relationship of humans with their soundscape as ever-changing, interactive, symbiotic, and reciprocal. As a sound recordist for fiction, I realized that many of the film directors I most admire choose not to hear all of the dialogue in order to immerse the audience in a certain atmosphere,
And yes,
and thereby force
they
listeners
are
to let go
really
of
connected
expectations and
with
go with the
our
flow.
way
Eric
to
Romer,
hear
Robert
and
Altman,
reproduce sounds
and Abdelatif
and
Kashif
reproduce
come to mind.
movements.
One thing
Recent
I'm getting to know
studies
better in
says
these days
that
of quarantine, of lockdown, is
birds
quietness. Without the usual hum of the
fruit,
city and the never-ending
they're
roars of
singing.
cars and
From
motorcycles, I
Brazil.
can enjoy space,
The
birds'
first
voices,
sounds we
and unusual
hear are the
noises made
vibrations
also
from the
humans
maternal body by the
that were
third
getting
or
lost
fourth
long
month
before.
of conception.
I'm not an expert in the
By the
psychology of
sixth
sound,
month,
but I
the
may
fetus
assume that
starts
being
reacting
surrounded by a
physically
soundscape of human
according to the
voices,
dynamics
birds,
of
the
the
sound of
sound.
wind, have
Moving
a
along
positive
the
and
rhythm
more
of the
The
mother's
place
voice,
of
or
residence
sudden
where
movements
everyone
when the
lives,
sound is
and
loud.
I think that this must be preserved and enhanced for the future
Reproducing
generation.
the voices of their loved ones. Imagine in the future, a few generations down the road, a grandchild can hear how his great
To all generation I say, taste this strange beauty. To all, everything, learn to listen to yourself. To future generation I say, we must learn from silence. Our body is the venue, our mind is the journey.